How you guys doing? This is Zach again. Today's do-it-yourself video, I'm going to show you how to replace the tie rods in your E46 3 Series BMW. Today, I'm going to be using the Miley HD tie rods. Tools you'll need for this repair include an 18 and 19 millimeter socket with socket wrench, a few zip ties, a set of needle nose pliers, an optional tie rod puller, or you can use a pickle fork, a set of adjustable lock pliers, an adjustable plier, and a 20 millimeter open-ended wrench. If you have somebody hold their hand here on the inner ball joint and shake the hub from side to side, you want to feel for any play that would tell you that the ball joint on the inside of the tie rod has gone bad. So you can see that this one has play, and you can hear the noise of the inner tie rod that has gone bad. Now we're going to use a tie rod puller. Cool little tool here. Just tightens onto the top of the hub. And this is a good tool to use if you want to reuse the tie rod, because it won't cut the boot like a pickle fork will. Anyway, just slide it on, and then you use a 3/8 drive up on the top. And you just want to cinch down on this until it pops the tie rod free from the hub. Remove the tie rod puller, and then remove the tie rod out of the hub. Now, using a pair of needle nose pliers, I'm going to remove the straps that hold the protective dust boot to the old tie rod. I'm going to pinch the ends and peel it off, then remove the clip. I'm going to reach in and do the same to the other clip on the inside. Now you can reach in and remove the dust boot off the steering rack. And here you can see the inner ball joint that's failed. There's a lot of play, and if I move the tie rod in and out, you can actually feel movement. Next, we're going to remove the tie rod from the steering rack shaft. To do that, you can use an adjustable wrench or a set of channel locks. Now, this spins counterclockwise, so you can just lock it on, pull nice and hard. Now we're going to remove the old dust boot and spacer off the old tie rod. These two things you want to replace if they have any cracks or tears in it. Next, the very important step here, we're going to align the tie rods as best we can, so we can see that the stock tie rod is much longer than the replacement. So you just need to turn this new tie rod counterclockwise until the ends of the tie rods and the ends of the inner tie rods meet. Now you want to make sure that you always go out and get an alignment after you change your tie rods, or else you could wear out your tires prematurely. Now, with the tie rod at the right length, I'm going to go ahead and tie down the retaining screw and cap onto the new tie rod. Here's a little tip for you. Slide the dust boot onto the tie rod first, then replace your protective ring here, and then slide the dust boot back on. Be much easier to put on this way. Then you want to put the end cap right on this little indent here on the tie rod. Then with that in place, instead of the expensive one-time use clips, we're actually going to use zip ties to secure the boot. Then, using your needle nose pliers, just remove any excess. Make sure that the end of the steering rack shaft is clean and free of any dirt and grime. And then, with your new tie rod with the dust boot locked over to the side, you're going to thread this back into the steering rack shaft clockwise. For this next part, you can use the adjustable or a set of channel locks to lock on the end of the tie rod to the steering rack shaft and tighten it down into place. Even if the tie rod's in the wrong direction, you can just move it now with your hand and align it to the hub and then reinstall. Make sure to use the new hardware supplied by Miley in the new kit. Now using your 19mm socket, you can tie down the end of the tie rod. Finally, using an open-ended box wrench and an adjustable set of pliers to hold the tie rod in place, you can finish it, securing the tie rod locking nut. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and that's it. We've replaced the tie rods on our E46 3 Series BMW. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can post them below or send me a message. Also, if you would, click on the subscribe button or click on another link to watch another repair. See you guys next time.